What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome you back to more Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. In the last episode, we just are kind of settling into the new year. It's a pretty chill episode, and today's not going to be too much different. The next few episodes are going to honestly be this way, but it is the middle of the night. In fact, it's 1:08 a.m. as you can see on January 14th, and I have an announcement to make. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Okay, we'll get to you in a second. I did not expect you to be right outside my freaking house. I have an announcement to make also before I even talk to this guy. Let's take a look. Nook Miles Plus. Bugs don't bug me. I have finally completed the Bug Critterpedia, and unfortunately, yes, it did happen off screen. I can show you the footage right now, though. Unfortunately, it was like I happened to just be walking around building a snowman sort of in between episodes just because I don't want to miss out on any of those DIY recipes. But in the process, I saw that there was a fly sort of jumping between all of the trash that I had left over there on the left side of the island. And, well, there it is. In fact, I still have it in my pockets. And today we are going to go and donate it to the museum and get that out of the way. But there's more to the situation. I'm also going to head inside, or take a look at my mailbox. Cranston had something for me, so that's nice of him. My mom also sent me something as I greeted the new year. Decided to become one of those fancy hobby people, so I'll take that too. Thank you, Mom. And then we have this, the Faraway Museum. Now, this is not a name I have heard in a very long time, but the Faraway Museum used to be, back in the old Animal Crossing days, this is where you would actually send your fossils to get them approved. You didn't get them approved through Blathers because he did not yet have a license to actually assess them yet. You would have to send them to the museum, and then they'd send them back the next day fully assessed, but you could only send like 3 fossils a day or something like that. So be congratulated on completing every bug entry in the encyclopedia. To celebrate your achievement, we present you with a recipe for a golden net. So let's take a look. Man, he is just taunting me right now, literally going circles around me. Learn a DIY recipe for a golden net. So I'm going to have to go and make that, but we'll do that in a moment. First things first, let's get my mom's art out. And actually, can I, well, let me wear this and see what it looks like. Okay, cool. Thank you, Cranston. And then, okay, I'm going to have to go put that inside the house, I guess, and we'll have to take a look at it. But, all right, let's stop beating around the bush. Let's talk. A ghost! Wow, I really did not think he was going to be right here outside my house. I can't believe it. I mean, I did suspect, but to think ghosts are really, really real. Huh? A human? A real-life human? I've been on this island for a long time, but I've never seen a human. You know, you clearly haven't been paying attention because I've been around for a very long time. This island is like, what, 7 months old? Gosh. Oh, you just moved here? Oh, okay. Well, that explains everything. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Wisp. Nice to meet you. I'll just be honest with you. I love the darkness, especially nighttime, but I am afraid of ghosts. This little run-in with you is something all shaken up. You scared some pieces of my spirit right out of me. Looks like they flew off when we bumped into each other. There's no way I could stay like this. What a pickle. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but could you maybe collect the pieces of my spirit that flew away? Otherwise, I'll be like this forever, and I cannot deal with that. Please help. I promise there'll be something good in it for you. Now, let's see here. There are 5 pieces of my spirit in all. You should be able to find them floating around the island. You'll need a net to catch them. I'm counting on you. Thank you. Well, I did just get a golden net, but I am not going to go and make that just yet. We might as well use the star net that I am currently holding and go see if we can find all of these spirit pieces somewhere. So let's go and do that wherever they might be floating. Yeah, all this time in this Let's Play, we have not yet encountered Wisp. This is the first time we're doing that. Now, it's not for a lack of trying. I have done many episodes in this Let's Play at nighttime. But unfortunately, it took until now to finally track the guy down. And I was honestly just making today's episode at night again on the off chance that we'd encounter him. But lo and behold, right outside my door, and there's Wisp just waiting around, which is kind of awesome. So we're going to go and see if we can find all these pieces. Also, yes, I did wake up and help Gulliver today. This is not... So I did 2 days in between, mostly just because I was hoping that Red would have something in the way of art for me to buy. There was nothing, but I did help Gulliver out and find his phone at the bottom of the sea. At the bottom of the sea. There's a phone. There's a phone. There's a phone at the bottom of the sea. And I already got it back to him, so he is happy and good to go. So I'll be getting a gift in the mail sometime in the next episode. So there is our first spirit piece. Take that. Now, this is a thing that has been around pretty much since the GameCube one, but what's funny is Wisp didn't originally break into pieces. He was just, I guess, supposed to, like, he was on a mission to, like, corral all of the spirit pieces if you could find them. And they were very inconsistent in their spawn points. They were actually, honestly, I think, a lot harder to find in that game than they are in this one, because here they, you know, they glow very by, oh my gosh, I cannot say words right now. Glow very brightly, and they're pretty hard to miss as you walk around the island. But before, they would blend into things. They'd also hide behind trees very frequently, and they were like a darker color, if I remember correctly, as well, which made them a little harder to spot. But that's 3 down. We're able to get them in pretty quick succession. Let's go see if we can't find the last 2, wherever they might be. It's going to be kind of glancing around, looking all over the place. I haven't really checked the center of the island just yet too much, but generally the pieces don't like to hang out in those areas. They tend to actually stay on the outskirts or like away from people. So that's why it is probably a good idea to go around the island a little bit first before I start looking in the middle. They can appear in like people's yards and stuff like that too. It's just very rare. And there's also a lot less like complexity to like the reward system around Wisp as well. Back in the day, there was a whole number of things that he could do for you for helping him out. One of the big ones, though, especially if you didn't play the game very often, was one of the easiest ways to get your weeds pulled. Just because, yeah, they were very hard to like track down and grab all of them on your own every single time. But he had a service where he would be willing to actually just pull up all of the weeds for you at once. In a single night if you asked him to. And that was generally how I would get that done if I ever turned on the game after a while, especially because he appeared at a much more frequent pace back in those days. Nowadays, he's pretty rare. You know, like you can go several nights without ever running into him, but at one point, you know, he used to, back in those days, you could find him almost every night as long as you checked thoroughly enough. But there we go. So that's 4 pieces down. We're just looking for the last one wherever it might be. I thought I checked everywhere up on the top end of the island, but I'm going to look around here one more time. See if I can't find it over this way. Oop. Hold on. This one very well could be like hiding in the trees. They just tend to do that sometimes. Float around for a while and you don't really notice them until you've come back to the same spot a number of times. I also haven't checked my farm either, though. It could be hovering over here somewhere. And yes, it was. Okay, this is the last place I had yet to check, so we got it. Didn't really go very far at all. Look at my lone singular pumpkin and all the rest are in triplets. All right, Wisp, you did it. You found all the pieces. Come on and hand them over. Hurry. Here you go, buddy. That's all 5 pieces. And he reforms. Ta-da! Back to normal. Whew, thank goodness. And thank you. I feel wonderful. All right, I need to give you the reward I promised. What's it going to be? Well, who doesn't love furniture? I can get you something you don't have yet, or I can get you something expensive. What's going to be? I'll say something new. You got it, something new, something you don't have yet. Well, whether or not you've already got a lot of stuff, I think I have just the item for you. Here, have a kotatsu. Well, thank you. Actually, I do think that is something rather expensive, but I appreciate it, Wisp. So let's put this down and see what it looks like. And yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure that is an actually rather expensive item, so I will take it. Thank you very much. Also, got myself a bamboo floor lamp, which it's actually a DIY recipe I've wanted for a long time, but I haven't really been messing with bamboo too much just because it isn't really the season for that. I mean, yeah, obviously bamboo can be messed with at pretty much any time of the year, but spring is the ideal time to go out searching for bamboo. So I'm going to head on inside, and we're going to do a number of things really quickly in my extremely barren house that I still need to work on, but I'm still trying to accumulate some sets here and kind of decide how I want each and every single room to look. So I'm going to actually hang this on the wall and hold on. Let me rotate this around and we can take a look. Oh, that's actually like super cute though. Oh, well, my mom made that. I got to put that up somewhere. Actually, should I hang that above the fireplace? I think that would be a great idea. Especially because that was where the stockings were at one point. I don't want to hang it over the window, so that's why I put it to the side there. I like that. Good job, Mom. That's a very nicely well put together piece of art there. And then I think everything else I'm just going to put up here really quickly. And let's now go into storage. Let's see. I still have some gold nuggets in here, right? I think I do. Did I already go past them? I think I might have. Where? Nope, never mind. They're down below. There they are. Okay, 7 gold nuggets. But let's also take a look at my DIY recipes here really fast. And just a standard net, which I'm just going to have to make from scratch. So 5 tree branches and an iron nugget. Should be pretty simple. Or do I actually have a spare? No, I just got a bunch of stone axes. Okay, there we go. I'll just use the smallest stack that I can. And then... the heck are my... Why am I blind? Why am I blind at navigating through my pockets here? Okay. This is going to have to be escalating. So, really quickly, flimsy net. And then the regular net. And then finally the golden net. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news for anybody who is excited about golden tools that has never gotten them before. And I've already talked about this with the golden watering can, but unfortunately, the worst part about these items is that they are just not ridiculously durable. They're not. I'm going to put that away, and we're going to favorite you into the same slot I had my other net in. All they are is super durable, but like 3 times more durable, which is still not completely invincible, which kind of sucks. What's more is that only the golden watering can has an additional effect to it, aka being able to reach out an additional 3 squares beyond where you would normally water. So like when you use the watering can, it obviously gets like the square you're standing on, the one to your left, the one to your right, and then the 3 in front of you. The golden watering can goes another 3 beyond that. The net and all other golden tools have absolutely no additional effect. It's just a standard net. It's just a net that lasts a very, very long time, and that's all there is to it. And I hate that fact because, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's a placebo thing, but I always felt like the golden tools before, like, increased a few things there, like maybe I guess the net didn't increase anything, but the golden fishing rod, wasn't it like purported that it like was able to get more rare fish at a higher rate or something along those lines? I don't know. It could all be placebo, but it just kind of sucks that the other golden tools don't have anything special to them aside from just their durability, which again, you can't game the system around because these can't be customized. So I think that does kind of suck, but whatever. It's still there, it's still nice, and it is still a reward for having caught every single bug. But now let's finish this off by donating this fly to Blathers here. And I do believe our entire insect exhibit is going to be done, and he should say something about that. Well, I just asked you, like, yeah, sure, why not? Please tell me. I see. In that case, the foul fly is quite the disquieting creature, I tell you. It tastes its food with its feet. Yep. In fact, when flies rub their legs together, they do so to get rid of debris blocking their taste receptors. But did you know their hairy toes release a sticky goo so they can walk on any surface, even your ceiling? This gross goo gets on your food, too. Any hoot, my sincerest thanks for your donations. And there are bugs on the bane of my existence. Rest assured, the wretched thing will get the best of care here. Ooh, hats off to you. I dare say I am the very picture of an emotional roller coaster. To wit, whilst I am pleased to announce we have completed our insect collection, I am displeased to be in the presence of so many bugs. Tut tut, never you mind. It is my feelings of humble gratitude that win the day. Our bug collection is complete thanks to you, and our museum is a better place too. I shudder as I say this, but you have my sincerest thanks for bringing us so many insects, Levi. It's maybe a good idea to bring up an idea I've had for some time now. I decided to have a series of posters made to celebrate the completion of our collections. I felt it would be a good way to show my gratitude to everyone for pitching in to grow this world-class museum. Once they're ready, I plan to send them out through the mail, so please do keep an eye out in your mailbox. As each collection is completed, I'll have another poster printed, so keep your donations coming. Well, thank you, Blathers. I appreciate it. That is actually really cool. So that only leaves 2 exhibits left to complete, the fish exhibit and the art exhibit. The art exhibit is exactly 3 statues and 9 paintings away from being done. The fish one, well, we can take a look here. There aren't a ton left, but there are still a few. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And one of those, I would very much like to actually take a little bit of time today and see if I can go after it. Now, the only way to really reliably do this is to find a time of day. And oh my gosh, I have another one here. Hold on. What's my other one? Crafting the golden net, of course. The only way to really do this is to find a time of day where you're going to find the least amount of fish hanging out, and also while checking the pier. Now, you might have noticed that going in and out of my pockets in this episode, I have had A ton of fish bait. Now, I am making no promises that we're going to catch it tonight, but it is going to be another series of attempts, so we're going to go for it. I am specifically looking for the largest possible shadow size that can be found off of the pier, although without a fin. It's not supposed to have a fin, otherwise that is not going to be the one that we are after, so let me just make you go away. This is more like the Napoleon fish, the mahi-mahi, all of those ones. We're just trying to see if we can track it down. It can be at any time of day, and I am going to start using my bait and seeing what we can find. So let's go for it. Okay, it's definitely not going to be that one, but I am going to still go for it anyway. I did also just barely... hold on. I just barely customized my fishing rod so that it was all good to go for this. We should be able to catch all of the fish with our fish bait here before all is said and done. And yes, we are going to head up to a Nook Miles Island in today's episode as well, which technically you can also catch pier fish there. It has to be off of the same dock that Wilbur docks the plane at, so just FYI. But whatever I catch here and that I don't end up keeping, I'm just going to go and put in the drop box. Okay, that might be a sea bass, but I'm still going to try for it. Probably a sea bass. Yep, I figured. Okay, well, always worth checking. We'll keep going. I've got lots and lots of fish bait here. Oh, man. That's probably not even a sea bass. That's probably the next size down. Yeah, I think that might be a red snapper, actually. Yep, it is. Okay, I'll take one of those. At least those are worth a little bit, but hopefully, I mean, I've got so much fish bait here. Hopefully one of these turns out. Thank you for spectating, Cap'n. I'm just going to pass on that one. Right now, specifically going for the big shadows here. Oh my gosh, I'm just running into dabs and octopuses in particular. Like, I know there's a possibility that can be like one like pretty rare fish, but it's probably not. This is probably another red snapper, so I'll catch it, I guess, but not the most exciting thing in the world. Gosh dang it, fell literally like in the pixel, the single spot where it wasn't going to bite on there, but whatever. Yeah, red snappers all day. At least they're worth 3,000 bells apiece. And we continue. Okay, maybe that one? I think I missed it. I don't want to... Okay, don't want to be too careless here. That might be what I'm looking for. We got it! We got the tuna! Oh my gosh, I caught a tuna. It's a little off-key. And that was really the only fish that I could get my hands on at this time of year. And we got it! Oh my gosh, it worked out. Awesome. I'm glad that I showed all of that. So there we go. That's 1 down, 5 to go. Can be caught again at any time. And with that exact same method, that is how I'm going to have to eventually go... see about, catching my mahi-mahi before this entire Let's Play is all said and done. So I can actually cross that one off. There we go. And that only leaves one more pier fish. Now all that remains is, so I still need the loach, the golden trout, the guppy, the mahi-mahi, and the coelacanth. And the loach is the only, well, actually... yeah, the loach is the only one out of all of those that I have not had a chance to catch yet just because of the timing of this Let's Play. All the rest I've had a chance to, but I'm going to have to actually target them other times. I will say, though, I don't technically count the coelacanth either just because the coelacanth does require rain, and while rain can absolutely be found in other seasons that we've already been through, like summer and fall, it's just a lot rarer. In spring, it's so much more common, so it's I consider the coelacanth to be a spring fish, even though it can technically be caught at all times of the year. But there we go. I'm just glad we got our tuna. All right, let's end this episode by heading off to a Nook Miles Island and seeing what we can find. And the main reason I'm doing this at night is just because at night you can sometimes get pretty rare Nook Miles Islands, so it never really hurts, to check. So let's go ahead and do that. Yes, please, and I will see you all there in just a moment. All right, let's see what we got at this time. So, okay, this is another very basic island today, unfortunately. Not anything all that great. I'm actually really tempted to try to double dip here and see if we can find something better the second go around, because I feel a little disappointed that we've just kind of found a very standard island here at night. I would at the very least like try to, even if it's not like nighttime specific, I would like to try to find like at least one decently cool island type here at this hour. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go spend one more Nook Miles 1 after I grab my obligatory furniture here, which is going to be a water cooler. Although I do actually want to check and see what this tiny shadow is. So let me do that really fast. Maybe something good. No, it's just a bitterling. Well, sometimes it can be good, sometimes it's not. All right, let's, yeah, I'm going to go try and re-roll this thing. I'll be right back in just a second. All right, a second time the charm. Let's take a look, although I don't get the greatest vibes immediately from seeing what it is. And oh my gosh, it's literally the exact same type of island that we just ran into, just inverted. And I guess without the pond. Are you kidding me, man? Yeah, that's the problem with Nook Miles Islands, is you can go forever without finding anything interesting. Like, yeah, it's so frustrating. And I know, and I feel that for people who farm these things for the longest time. Hey, at least I caught a sturgeon. Although, I gotta say, with how often I have gone after fish that are here in the river deltas, I probably caught more sturgeon than any other fish in the entire game, except for maybe sea bass and black bass. Like, that's just how often I've found those things. But, man, well, you can't say I didn't try. We're gonna keep trying this. I'll keep messing around with it, seeing if I can't go after more interesting things. We'll grab our obligatory furniture item before we leave, as is always the case here. So let me do that super quickly. I wish I could also use this to farm more DIY recipes, but of course, the game ain't that generous. It would be nice if it was. Come on. Oh, you're gonna really make me climb up? Probably. I don't know. Let me look up there before I have to break out my ladder. I really wish you could, like, farm DIY recipes off of this thing, but unfortunately that is not the case. It's not like the, oh, what are they? Oh my gosh, why can't I remember? The Mystery Tour Islands, where they really do give you DIY recipes, but the amount that they can give are very few and far between, so it's like once you've gone to how many of those mystery tours, you know, you can't really get anything else again. Humidifier, sure, I guess I'll take it. Well, all right, guys, I would say today's episode was a success. We did finish, or I guess celebrate finishing our bug collection in its entirety. We met Wisp for the first time in this Let's Play, and we managed to catch a tuna, which has long eluded me throughout this Let's Play, leaving just 5 fish left to be caught. The first of those 5 will not be available until we get around to March anyway, and then we're going to be getting right back to work trying to finish off the rest of the stuff in our Critterpedia. So with all that said, guys, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons very, very much, and I'll see you all in the next one.